Hi everyone. I thought I would just do a bit of an intro to the podcast course that I've got coming out. I'm so excited to deliver this course, and when I was thinking about what it needed to be for you guys, I was really leaning into the story that has been my story about coming to video podcasting, coming to audio podcasting, and really leaning into all of the steps that I took, and it took me 5 years to get there. It won't take you that long. Technology's moved on, and I know exactly what some of the blocks are that you guys are putting in front of yourself in terms of starting a podcast. So, why start a podcast? Why have any sort of audio contribution to your Substack? Well, if you have an audio contribution to your Substack will grow 2.5 times faster. And that is a fact from the tech guys at Substack who have let us know that audio podcasts within Substack are helping accounts to grow 2.5 times faster. So that's a good reason. But also, it helps build that know, like, and trust factor with your audience. So if people come across your words and your work and you're sharing some photographs, that's beautiful. But if you have a video podcast or any sort of audio element that introduces you, your voice, your tone, all of that good stuff, it can just help people feel a bit closer to you and what you're doing, what your why is for Substack. So the course itself is 4 weeks, and the way that I design my courses is for a busy person. So it is usually between 3 and 4 10-minute tutorials that will drop 1 week, and then that follows the 4 week pattern. So every week there'll be 3 or 4 tutorials dropped. What I tend to do is record a few of them up front and then respond to the things that you guys are asking, and then record more as we go. We also have a chat space open so you can meet other participants. You can talk about what your ideas are for a podcast. You can float, the visuals if you want to design anything up, all of that good stuff. And then we have a live call halfway through where we can really troubleshoot and get into the nitty-gritty of how you're finding learning all of the tech side of it, but also if there are any mindset issues coming up around sharing your voice. It can feel a really scary thing to come and sit at a desk and go, I'm going to just talk to my computer screen. But I know for me, it felt like an invitation that I was called to do to be able to share more of my work and words in the world. And it's been absolutely beautiful. So my podcast Sparkle on Substack has over 30,000 downloads now, which absolutely blows my mind. So I don't really kind of follow the charts or kind of look to who's on the leaderboards and things within Apple Podcasts. Like, I'm doing it for my Substack audience essentially, but my top listening platform is Apple Podcasts. So because Substack enables us to host a podcast for free and pull that through, people can, search for your podcast on all of the other platforms. And that's why it can be really, really helpful to think about the title of your podcast. Obviously, mine's got Substack in the title because I am a Substack educator. I wanted to just tell you a quick story before I go. I'm looking at this microphone, this huge scary microphone that is not plugged in. You'll be pleased to know. I am using a different one, not grabbing that one. And I just wanted to say to you that this microphone was something that I bought for an oral histories project on a beautiful island called Holy Island. So this is an island with a tidal causeway that exists in Northumberland. It is stunning to go there. If you ever get the chance to go over there, check the safe tide times because cars do get stuck on that causeway. But it is a beautiful place to spend time. So I was recording some stories with the older members of the community, and I bought this mic. And I practiced and practiced and practiced just to make sure that I understood exactly how to use the tech. It took about 20 minutes to walk from the car park to the castle. So I had like this mic in my bag and like the laptop and all that sort of stuff. And even that was all organized and all beautiful, I was still so nervous that the tech had worked. And I came home afterwards and I was saying to Dave, like, I think it's there, but I'm just not sure. And I've tried it here and all of that. And what I learned about myself through that process, and still with the microphone on my desk and not plugged in, is that it is easier for me to just plug in these Apple headphones and know that the sound quality is good enough. Now, of course, we're going to get a better sound if we're plugging in one of these mics, if we're using, here's the other thing I'm meant to be using that I'm not. I don't even think I can show you because it's attached to the desk. 2 seconds, I'll get this right for the course. But basically, it's one of them. There's the leftover plate from my lunch. Just some nice cheese on toast today. So one of those and the podcast mic. But when I record my videos, I just plug these in because that is what's accessible to me. The sound quality is okay, it works. You can do all sorts of beautiful things with sound. You can, book a podcasting booth and all that sort of stuff. And I'll tell you about my experience doing all of those sorts of things. And I've got some great guests coming in to guest in the course as well. So if you're curious about using audio on Substack, about starting a podcast, about reaching more of your people, around growing an audience, using audio, this will be the course for you. I don't think there's anything else like it because, it's me. I'm on Substack. I'm educating on Substack, and I want to share with you and lean into how to stay creative with creating a podcast. So that's what this is really about. If you've got any questions, you can email me. I'm really happy to get back to you on email. Other than that, I shall see you inside the course if you're going to join us. This is a live round and the course will be available next year as a pre-recorded course. It'll be more expensive when it goes out. So this is the only chance that you've got to get it at this price. So come and join us and let's have fun creating podcasts together. I will share all of your podcasts once you've made them. You've got up to 6 months to make your podcast, and it would be my delight to share those further afield with my audience. Thanks for tuning in, and I shall see you really soon.